First and 10.
10 black.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Keep on lying It's a tradition that stretches back to 1934, and today we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit as we kick off the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration with the first of 3 on this Thanksgiving Day, and it is a classic. The Packers and the Lions on EA Sports. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys made a statement last week, winning in blowout fashion. Across the field on the Lions sideline, Dan Campbell. His guys ready to get things started here on Thanksgiving Day. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 15 carries, 75 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in the groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more on Thanksgiving.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play.
Devontae Wyatt. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace. For double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lucas Van Ness. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's got this all. To the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the RPO will keep it himself. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you. I would actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they saw some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Able to shake him off. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he made to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
That's good. For the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Those defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That's
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Williams, a man in motion right. Now Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it does. Matter either, Brad. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Thanksgiving Day, and maybe more importantly for all of us at EA Sports, it kicks off the NFL's honor. Our namesake, John Madden. They've dubbed this the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. Coach, of course, called so many of these Thanksgiving Day games in Detroit, also in Dallas, 20 in all. And his love of football and family and turducken, it really shined through. So Charles and I are happy to try as best we can to carry on the tradition here on this great American holiday. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep.
Here we go, set. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Love now. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing. Love. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, if maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. Looking deep here for Dobbs. Touchdown! Packers! Romeo Dobbs. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Packers 7.
So that drive, 4 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And that's one of the... Plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
Ready. 33, yellow. Ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. That one good for 37 yards.
It's a gain of 37. That's good. For the Packers, first down. A gain of 37 yards.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
To throw now. Here's Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yellow, 22. Ready?
Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. He'll try to do it himself. And he is caught. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got it. It's caught Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Lions 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's second.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
To Jameson Williams. Brings up 3rd.
Goff now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this one recovered by the offense. Remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Offensively, lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get more breathing room.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Nifty move. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now this aired out deep for Reed. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Ready. 50, green. Ready.
Back to throw. Love. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
45, right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right